Hi and welcome to this week's energy forecast. I'm Rachel Thompson-Phillips, the creator of the BEYOU Oracle Cards and also of the Sacred Oracle online program. This week's energy forecast is for November the 29th through till December the 5th, with the overall theme being breaking old habits. Let's go in and explore this beautiful message coming through for this week's energy forecast through the Oracle Cards. Monday and Tuesday is the card of change. Wednesday through till Friday is the card of energy, and the weekend's message is contemplation. We can see that each week tends to overlap one another, and this week is no different. Monday and Tuesday with the card of change is about tuning in to have a look at where is there surrender, where is there resistance in yourself that is fighting the change that is wanting to come through. It's about being able to understand about honoring the human aspect within ourselves of being able to surrender. Surrender is about surrendering the resistance. Most of us try and have a look at letting go first, and that usually comes second. You need to be able to surrender the human aspect within ourselves, and letting go is that soulful part. So when we talk about surrendering the resistance, it's that human part within ourselves. It's about being able to understand to let those protective walls go down and let yourself feel into that vulnerability and embrace the unknown. The card of change, as you can see, it has a mask on it. It's that mask of always pretending to be super strong all the time and feeling like you're there for everyone else, but then when it is that you need someone, you sort of think, well, there's crickets around, but it's because you haven't opened up that channel to be able to allow people to come in and support and nurture you. So that's why it's around breaking those old habits where you're keeping people at a distance, when what you in actual fact desire from a soul level is to feel connection, to feel nurtured, to feel supported. And that's what brings forward on Monday through till Tuesday. Wednesday through till Friday is the card of energy. It's about having a look at breaking those old habits around people pleasing. Always continuing to say yes when you actually want to say yes, but not right now. Or in some cases, we actually really want to say no, but we're afraid that if we say no, almost like the backlash, or what's going to happen if you do say no to other people. Will they stop being your friend? Will they think there's something wrong? And moving into that judgment space without being able to forget to tune into that soul essence of what does your energy desire within your own self. If you are continuing to people please, a lot of your energy is being discharged out externally, which therefore leaves nothing left for your own self. So Wednesday through to Friday is also asking you to call your energy back in, so there is a sense of wholeness, so that you have the capacity to recalibrate your energy towards your dreams, because on the weekend is when we have our final new moon for 2021. So if your energy is discharged and it's scattered and it's out there taking care of anyone else, what kind of energy capacity do you think is left over for you to be able to channel towards your dreams? Not much, right? So that's why it's so important to be able to break these old habits and patterns that we become accustomed to, because there is such a deep desire to be able to manifest the shiz out of things. And that's what brings us forward to the weekend's message, which is contemplation. It's about looking at, what do you deeply desire? What do you need to be able to succeed? And how do you align with your soul's mission and purpose and master plan that's for you? When we move into a space of deep contemplation, it is important to be able to bring all your energy in, so that the decisions that you make towards the new moon are based purely solely on what is in true form of alignment with the direction and the dreams that we want to do. I do want to say we are in a very deep time of purging and cleansing and purifying and releasing and letting go of anything that is no longer serving us, because next year, come the end of January, is a time where we are going to be in such a huge period of expansion and growth and being able to rapidly manifest at such a quick rate. But that can only happen if we clear the pathway, and that's why we are brought into so much introspective time of inner healing and clearing and disposing of those layers. When we think about layers, that always sort of reminds me of, you know, we always hear the analogy of the onion. We're moving through so many layers right now, and what our soul is encouraging us to do is to be able to remove those layers much more quicker than what we're doing. And this is why it's so important this week where we break those old habits, where we are slowing down that process, when your soul's going, hey, come on, let's just clear this, let's clear this, let's move on, so that we can get to all the juicy awesomeness that next year is going to provide for us. But in that interim, we need to be able to do that inner soul work. And that's why you will find that there is so much stuff coming to the surface for you, because it is a time of purification and removing layers quicker than we have ever done before. And this is an important thing to remember, that you are so ready for it. But all we need to do is to be able to surrender that human aspect that wants to hold on to things and turn things into a fight when it's not necessary. There are so many amazing healing rituals available to you. Use these resources right now to be able to, moment something comes up, clear, move on. And something else comes up, clear it, move on. You know, some things you're going to be able to move through them really quickly, and other things are going to require a little bit more time, or not so much necessarily always time, but needing to review it more than once, because each time you review it, you're reviewing it from a different perspective. So you're moving through that wheel of coming to that finale of full completion, of being able to let something go from every aspect that is required to receive that closure that you are looking for. So that's why I have been offering these healing and clearing sessions to be able to help you through this process. So if that's something that you feel that deeply resonates with you, please feel free to see the link below and jump into these sessions so that we can move through them really, really quickly. But as I mentioned, going back to what I was saying, there is this awesome, amazing new moon that is available to us on December the 4th, which is on the Saturday for here in Australia. So just check your location. So we're needing to be able to move through and clear stuff, so that then just before the new moon, we're brought to this beautiful time of contemplation, to recalibrate with everything that our deepest desires are, and bring ourselves into, because a lot of the times we manifest from that higher version of self. Yet we've got to be able to do the work to make sure that we are a match for what it is that we're wanting to manifest. But how are you able to do that if you're being weighed down with so much old drama and old habits? Let's break these old habits and patterns and cycles and bring that keel back into this beautiful even scale, where you're at the place of being at the frequency for what it is that you want to manifest underneath the gorgeous new moon. To me, that just sounds juicy and magnificent and magical, but it all goes into, what is the soul work? What's the inner work that you're going to do in order to make sure that you are in pure alignment with the new moon, and setting that new energetic frequency that says, you know what? I am no longer conditioned by my past. They are all beautiful, not always beautiful, but they are experiences that help me grow into the beautiful person that I am. And I am loving the person that I am now that I am removing all those untruths that are no longer congruent to my growth. They're now just part of my story, but they are not my stories from which I hide from or use them as excuses. No, they are a story that shares how I've grown into this beautiful person. And now you get to build whatever beautiful stories you want from this moment forward. So let's make them magical. So with that being said, I wish you an incredibly amazing week ahead. Much love to you, and please feel free to drop a message below and let me know how this resonates with you. And I wish you a truly magical new moon. Take care.